Here's a quick but complete recap of Season 1 of One Piece. The story begins with the public execution of Gold Roger, the Pirate King. As he stands before the crowd, he announces that his treasure, the One Piece, is real and hidden somewhere in the Grand Line. His final words ignite the Great Pirate Era. Pirates begin sailing across the world in search of the legendary treasure. Years later, in a small coastal village, we meet a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy. As a child, Luffy idolized the pirate red-haired Shanks and dreamed of becoming a pirate himself. During that time, Luffy accidentally ate a devil fruit, the gum-gum fruit, which turned his body into rubber. He gained incredible stretching abilities, but he permanently lost the ability to swim. Despite this weakness, Luffy grows up determined to follow his dream. Luffy sets sail. Years later, Luffy leaves his village alone in a small boat, declaring that he will find the One Piece and become king of the pirates. His journey immediately takes a chaotic turn when he becomes trapped inside a barrel aboard a pirate ship led by Captain Alvida. After bursting out of the barrel, Luffy reveals his rubber powers and defeats Alvida with a powerful punch. This marks his first real step into the pirate world. During this encounter, he also meets Kobe, a timid cabin boy forced to work for Alvida. Luffy encourages Kobe to pursue his dream of becoming a Marine. After defeating Alvida, Luffy helps Kobe escape and they part ways at a Marine base. Shellstown, Roronoa Zoro. Luffy arrives at Shellstown, a Marine-controlled area under Captain Morgan. Morgan abuses his authority and rules through fear. In the Marine courtyard, Luffy sees Roronoa Zoro tied to a wooden post. Zoro has been captured and left without food or water for days. Zoro is known as a skilled bounty hunter with a strong reputation. Luffy offers Zoro a place on his crew. Zoro initially refuses, focused only on his own ambition to become the world's greatest swordsman. Luffy meets Nami while she's stealing a Grand Line map, asks her to join his crew. However, when Morgan breaks his promise and attempts to execute Zoro anyway, Luffy intervenes. A battle breaks out. Zoro retrieves his swords. Together, Luffy and Zoro defeat Morgan and free the town from his control. Zoro chooses to join Luffy's crew, believing that if Luffy stands in the way of his dream, he will cut him down himself. Orange Town, Buggy the Clown. After leaving Shell's Town, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami sail to Orange Town while continuing their search for a proper ship and supplies. When they arrive, they find the town nearly deserted. Buildings are damaged and the remaining villagers are hiding in fear. The reason soon becomes clear. Orange Town has been taken over by the pirate captain Buggy the Clown. Buggy is not just theatrical, he is dangerous. He ate the Chop Chop Devil Fruit, which allows him to split his body into separate pieces. His hands, feet, and even his head can detach and move independently, making him extremely difficult to fight. He rules the town through intimidation, forcing the civilians to obey him and using his crew to maintain control. Nami initially pretends to cooperate with Buggy, planning to steal his treasure. However, when Buggy destroys a civilian's home simply to show his power, Luffy steps in. At first, Buggy's devil fruit powers give him an advantage, but Luffy quickly adapts. With help from Zoro and Nami, they separate and restrain Buggy's body parts so he cannot reassemble himself. Luffy then defeats him, ending his control over Orange Town. With Buggy defeated, the civilians are freed, and the crew continues their journey, now more confident and one step closer to the Grand Line. Syrup Village, Usopp. The crew then arrives at Syrup Village. There they meet Usopp, a local known for exaggerating stories about pirates. Usopp frequently shouts warnings that pirates are coming, but the villagers no longer take him seriously. Soon, the crew learns that Captain Kuro, a former pirate who has been hiding under a false identity, is planning to kill a wealthy young woman named Kaya to claim her inheritance. When Usopp tries to warn the village, no one believes him. Luffy and his crew step in to stop Kuro's plan. Zoro battles Kuro's henchmen while Luffy confronts Kuro directly. After a difficult fight, Luffy defeats Kuro and exposes the plot. Usopp proves his bravery by standing and fighting to protect his home. He joins the Straw Hat crew as their sniper. As a farewell gift, Kaya gives them a ship, the Going Merry. The Straw Hat pirates now officially sail together. Barati, Sanji. After escaping Vice Admiral Garp, the crew arrives at the floating sea restaurant Barati. Luffy ends up eating a massive meal but has no money to pay for it. So, head chef Zeph forces him to work at the restaurant as a chore boy to repay his debt. There, they meet Sanji, the talented sous chef who fights using only his legs. Luffy is impressed not just by his strength, but by his kindness, especially when Sanji chooses to feed a starving pirate named Gin, even though he knows he might be dangerous. Things take a serious turn when Dracul Mihawk, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, arrives. Before reaching the Baradi, Mihawk had already destroyed Don Krieg's fleet. Zoro recognizes Mihawk as the world's greatest swordsman and challenges him to a duel. The fight is completely one-sided. Mihawk first toys with Zoro using a small dagger, then defeats him with his massive sword, leaving Zoro critically wounded, but alive, out of respect for his ambition. While Zoro struggles to recover, Arlong and his fishman crew suddenly arrive, having tracked Luffy using a hidden transponder snail placed inside Buggy's severed head. Arlong takes the Grand Line map, and in a shocking moment, Nami reveals she has been working for him and leaves with the fishmen. After an emotional farewell with Zeph, who encourages him to chase his dream of finding the All Blue, Sanji officially joins the Straw Hat Pirates as their cook. Shortly after leaving the Baradi, Nami secretly steals the Going Merry and abandons the crew. The others are confused, but Luffy insists they go after her. They follow her to Kokoyashi village. There, they discover the truth about Nami's past. Years ago, the fishman pirate Arlong invaded her village. He killed her adoptive mother, Belle Mare, and took control of the region. Arlong forced Nami to work as his cartographer. He made a deal with her. If she could collect 100 million berries, he would free the village. For years, Nami stole money from pirates to reach that goal. When she finally gathers the full amount, corrupt marines working with Arlong confiscate it. Her plan collapses. Devastated, Nami breaks down and asks Luffy for help. Arlong Park. Luffy places his straw hat on Nami's head and leads the crew to Arlong Park. Each crew member faces one of Arlong's officers. Zoro fights despite still recovering from earlier injuries. Sanji fights underwater, putting himself at a disadvantage. Usopp uses strategy and endurance to defeat his opponent. Finally, Luffy confronts Arlong. Arlong argues that fishmen are superior to humans and mocks Luffy's lack of navigation and sword skills. Luffy responds by saying he cannot use swords, cook, lie, or navigate, but he knows he needs his friends. During the fight, Luffy destroys the map room where Nami was forced to work. After a prolonged battle, Luffy defeats Arlong and collapses the structure. Arlong's control over the village ends. Nami is finally free and fully joins the crew. Vice Admiral Garp. Throughout the season, Vice Admiral Garp has been monitoring Luffy's activities. It is eventually revealed that Garp is Luffy's grandfather. Garp believes pirates threaten global order and wants Luffy to become a Marine. He confronts and tests Luffy's resolve. After seeing that Luffy is fully committed to his own path, Garp allows him to continue his journey. The first bounty. Following Arlong's defeat, the world government issues Luffy's first bounty, 30 million berries. His wanted poster spreads across the seas. The Straw Hat Pirates prepare to enter the Grand Line. Before sailing forward, each member reaffirms their dream. Zoro, to become the world's greatest swordsman. Nami, to draw a complete map of the world. Usopp, to become a brave warrior of the sea. Sanji, to find the All Blue. And Luffy, to become king of the pirates. The crew sails toward the Grand Line together, and Season 1 ends with their journey only just beginning.